on the night.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's your girl Buffino1 bringing you guys another YouTube video. And so today I basically just want to get on and speak on like a very kind of like controversial topic that's going on right now, and that is a lot of people are talking about this whole thing of our like single player games dying out. And dying out meaning like, you know, like why are people not interested in single player games, and why are people more interested in multiplayer games? And I've seen like a lot of channels have talked about this, so I figured, you know, why not let me give my 2 cents on it. So basically, you know, there's been this whole thing of, you know, like sales of single player games are going down, and, you know, a lot of certain companies are not interested in producing any more single player games. And single player meaning like story mode games, you know, like your Drake's Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, you know, any games, you know, even like Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I know the last one they had online, but for the most part, most of them don't have like, there's a story to it. So, you know, there's this whole thing of people complaining about, oh, you know, why are single player games becoming like not a thing? And I think the reason why everyone loves multiplayer and why so many people are like dying, you know, for multiplayer games is because of people are all about getting their money's worth. And so if a game costs $60, right, you buy a game, it's $60, you want to feel like you're getting your money's worth out of that $60 game. And so when you play games like, you know, I don't know, you know, like Destiny, you know, Call of Duty, DC, you know, any game that's basically online, when you play those games, it's like people, when you play those games, you can play them for a long period of time. The problem with a lot of those games is, though, because they are online, a lot of companies, they only make them for like, what do you call it? they basically released the game partially. Like Destiny, they released a partial of the game, and then they made you pay $20-$30 for like a DLC, which really should have originally been part of the game to begin with. But that's what a lot of these companies are doing. So the reason why a lot of like gaming corporations or whatever are making a lot more online games, because they can microtransactions them, where versus like a story game, you know, almost like, I think Horizon's like a good example. It's a story game, and so, you know, you play the game, pay $60, you play it, and then I think supposedly they came up with like a DLC, or they're gonna come out with a DLC. I mean, some people are gonna go back and play it, but most people are not. You know, they beat the story and they're done with it. And so that's why a lot of companies are interested in multiplayer, because they can kind of keep adding new content, new DLCs, so they can keep milking that game. Where when you compare it to a game that is just, you know, a story mode game or single player game, once you beat like the story, that's it. There's not really anything else left to it. And so that's the biggest thing of why I think a lot of like gaming companies are just, they're going to the multiplayer route, and they're not really trying to do a whole lot of single players. And plus, another thing too is a lot of the story mode games are not, like, they're not long, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them only be like 6-8 hours. So people are looking at it from an economical standpoint. I'm not going to spend $60 for only a 6-hour game, and then that's it, you throw it to the side. 6-8 hour game, you know, I mean, if you really got the time, you can beat that in a day, you know. Where a multiplayer game, you can keep getting on, keep playing it over and over and over and over and over, especially if it's a game that has like a loot system to it, where, you know, you have to keep maybe playing this particular mission in order to get that 1 or 2% drop, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't know. I just think that that's the main reason why I think the whole controversy about like single player games is dying, and why a lot of companies are maybe not as interested in single player, in making more single player games. It's just money, guys. It's money. There are people that are out there that still do enjoy, you know, those type of games, but I don't know. You know, I'm not really too crazy on story modes. I like to play with a lot of my friends. I typically like online games. You know, like right now, I've been playing the crap out of DC Universe Online. I mean, I pay $15 a month, or you can pay a 6-month or a year subscription, and I can play that game consistently, nonstop, have access to all the episodes, you know, have access to everything. Where, you know, like I said, you pay $60, you beat the story, and then that's it, you know. And a lot of time, those games like Uncharted and all that stuff, they are like The Last of Us, like they may have an online, but the online is usually not that good. So Yeah, I mean, those are just my opinions. You know, you can kind of put the pieces together. So, I don't know. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you feel that, people typically don't want to buy, or companies not interested in making single player games because they can make more money off of multiplayer games? So let me know your thoughts. Are you into single player games more than multiplayer, or vice versa? So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fan Army.